Floyd! Floyd! I'll knock you out! He's sick, look at him.
Welcome to the motherfucking relay. We're covering today's top boxing news.
Okay, we'll start with this. Per the WBO's Twitter account, negotiations are officially underway. The WBO has ordered negotiations for the vacant WBO Super Bantamweight title between America's own Micaiah Kreps and the United Kingdom's own Ramla Ali. It was literally just the other day. I thought it was going to be Tyson Gallagher versus Ramla Ali for one of the vacant titles at Super Bantamweight. As it turns out, it's going to be Micaiah instead of Tyson. Which I find interesting, because in the last set of updated rank standings via the WBO per last month, neither Micaiah Kreps or Ramla Ali were ranked at number 1. New Zealand's own Miyamoto was the number 1 ranked contender, and Germany's own Fenere Natisri was ranked at number 2. You don't see Micaiah until number 3, and Ramla isn't registered at all. She doesn't appear anywhere in their top 5. Top 10, top 12. She must have been a late entrant. She must have been added to their rank standings at some point this month, and that's why she's getting the shot. But why would she be getting it ahead of Miyamoto and ahead of Fenere Natisri? Call me an old cynic, but maybe it's because Ramla Ali, unlike those aforementioned fighters, is with a major promotional outfit that has more money muscle to pull more strings, to make more things happen. So it's going to boil down to Ramla and Micaiah. And I've said this before about Micaiah. Micaiah Kreps of the United States, fighting out of Niagara Falls, is probably the best female super bantamweight that you've never heard of. Mostly because she's not with a major promotional outfit. Unbeaten in 11 fights with 3 knockouts. Versatile, having the look of a skillful boxer-puncher with a respectable punch and good ring savvy. A respectable resume to boot for a fighter who's not with a major promotional outfit. I like her chances against Ramla Ali, who the boxing community at large is likely a little bit more familiar with. Ramla sports a professional record of 11 wins with 2 losses and no draws, 3 knockouts, having been knocked out once in 13 professional bouts. Those of you will recall when she fought Mexico's Alejandra Guzman for the first time. She got knocked out in the first fight, won a decision in the second. She got her start over there on the matchroom side of things, and she was over there for a while before eventually migrating over to MVP. Though she's only ever fought once under the promotional banner in what was the Lila Furtado fight in July of last year, she's currently on a 2-fight winning streak. After having dropped a decision to then WBC champion Yemi Mercado, she fought Lila Furtado and Monica Singh, both of which she beat. But only one of those fights was actually under the MVP banner. That was the Lila Furtado fight. The Monica Singh fight that she had in February of this year was on a smaller promotion over there in the UK. So this would qualify as one of those UK versus USA rivalry fights, wouldn't it? And that just so happens to be the theme for the upcoming Mayer versus Cameron card. On the main card, you're going to be seeing a string of fights that pit American fighters against British fighters, and this fight would be in keeping with that decorum. So they haven't said it yet. They haven't officially announced this fight as being part of that MVP show, but I deduce that they will shortly. I don't think it's a coincidence that all of this is happening right on time for this fight to end up on that show in August. Micaiah Kreps was last in action in October of last year opposite the ring Juliana Basualdo, who she won a split decision against. Before that, she fought Danielle Bennett in April of the previous year, winning a unanimous decision. For a fighter that's not been with a major promotional outfit, whoever handles Micaiah's career has done a good job of keeping her active. A steady schedule of fights for some years now. 2 in 2023, 2 more in 2024, and 2 more in 2025. She won't have any ring rust to shake off, and even if the audience is not yet familiar with her, believe me when I tell you, she's no B-side here. She's not just some opponent. I think she's gonna beat Ramla, and when she does, that will be her segue to MVP. After she wins, they're likely going to have options on her, as that's how these fight contracts are often structured. That's how Lourdes Suarez ended up over there. By beating one of the fighters they signed, that is how Micaiah Kreps is going to end up over there. By beating Ramla, who I think that Even though she doesn't look it, she's kind of up there in age. Ramla's already in her mid-30s, where Micaiah is several years younger, unbeaten, no career blemishes. She's got a more fan-friendly style. Where Ramla, on the other hand, has been dividing her time between being a pugilist and being a centerfold, being a model. Let's just be honest, that since leaving Matchroom, it seems like she's got less visibility than she had before. She's only actually ever fought once under the MVP banner, even though she's been with them for about a year. So they're not doing much with her. You're saying they're gonna get rid of the dead weight. I'm saying, if and when they fight, I've got Micaiah Kreps, and after that, I expect she will be with MVP. What happens to Ramla? I'm not sure.
I told you I was just pissed. I didn't like what, It's okay. You just work on your family and you work on yourself. Me and you stay close together. And we're going to put his little ass in the ground. And we're going to put his little ass in the ground. And we're going to put his little ass in the ground. You'll see. Yeah, because like I said, that just pissed me off. He owned fucking PBC. Yeah, well, he's been saying that for many years. He's been saying that. You don't own another fucking thing. You own yourself. Yeah. It's a bunch of millions of dollars. Don't worry about that. He's got to build a biotech to put your name have money for. I got us covered, man. You just do your thing. Me and you are covered. Okay. Yeah, okay, partner. We get to work tomorrow on the other thing on that stuff. Yeah, and your stuff's already in. Your money will be in your bag before you leave. Okay. Thank you, brother. Okay.
50 Cent is the one who posted that leaked audio of a conversation between Leonard Ellerbe, and you can tell that's him, you can hear that's his voice, and what's supposed to be Al Haymon saying they will bury Floyd's little ass for saying that he owns the PBC. Everybody flips on you when you popped. What does it all mean? And when is this audio even from? When was it recorded? We don't have an exact date. We can't be sure, but you could hear Al Haymon clearly say that Floyd's got some people that he owes and he doesn't have the money for it. So it gives you the impression that this must have been fairly recent, given Floyd's widely publicized money woes and all of his debts. Maybe this leaked audio is from a recent conversation. Though how could Curtis Jackson, otherwise known as 50 Cent, have gotten his hands on it when Al Haymon has been one of the most reclusive figures in the industry? This is a hard man to get to. I think for a lot of people, this will have been the first time they've ever heard his voice. I was in the Lebanon about 15 years ago trying to dig up leads on this guy, and I couldn't find nothing. Like a fucking ghost. So that 50 Cent, of all people, would have gotten access to this leaked audio, how and through who? Because there's only so many ways it could have happened. Was it through Leonard? Was Leonard recording this conversation? Or somebody close to Leonard? Think about it, folks. There's only so many ways it could have happened, to where you have audio of Leonard and Al, neither of which seem all that pleased with Floyd Mayweather for saying that he owns the PBC. What would have gave him that idea? And to be honest, it was his celebrity that launched Al Haymon into the spotlight. When you think about it, Al Haymon was over there at Golden Boy Promotions for a good number of years, managing fighters, but he never got famous for any of them. It was his association with Floyd. It's not till he starts palling around with Floyd and handling the career of Floyd that he becomes this Wizard of Oz, this guru. It's really how Al came to be known by so many people outside of the industry. All he was said to have done for the career of Floyd Mayweather. Anecdotally, it gave him the biggest boost in his reputation, and you wonder, if not for his association with Floyd, would Al Haymon have ever gotten all of that Waddle and Reed money that launched the PBC? So when Floyd Mayweather says that he owns the PBC, is that what he means? Why is Leonard mad about that? It brings me back to a theory I've had for years about Floyd Mayweather's finances and how they may have helped to keep the PBC afloat after the Fox budget got cut and the Showtime budget got cut. How were they still doing cards if they were being given less money? They used Floyd's. So maybe that's why Floyd thinks he owns a place. Why is Leonard mad about that? Didn't they used to be friends? I mean, up until recent years, he was Floyd Mayweather's second in command, CEO of Mayweather Promotions, and that's sort of the giveaway.
Can't be a CEO of a promotional company that doesn't promote anything. Remember that shortly after they lost their biggest acquisition in Gervonta Davis, Leonard Ellerbe stepped down as CEO of Mayweather Promotions, and we all thought that he had retired, that it was the end.
Apparently, he's still in the background, working on things, just not for Floyd and not for Mayweather Promotions.
That things have gone sour between Leonard and Floyd is somewhat of a revelation, but not things between Al and Floyd. That bit of it I already knew, I could tell.
Because Floyd Mayweather just sued him.
No, before that. I've been saying it for some years because I noticed that Floyd Mayweather's endeavors following the McGregor fight didn't involve the PBC, and they didn't involve Al Haymon.
Think about it, the exhibitions that he had. The two exhibitions with John Gotti, the one with Chalmers in the UK, the one with Deji, KSI's younger brother, the one with Don Moore. Not a single one of those exhibitions had any association, any distribution, anything to do with Al Haymon or his PBC or even Showtime.
Oh, I made the inference a long time ago that Floyd Mayweather has separated from Al Haymon and his PBC. And why would he have done that if he were happy with their arrangement?
I don't think he was. And I think that a lot of these exhibitions have been an effort to make money without Al's hand in his pocket.
It's long been rumored that Al Haymon has been paying Floyd Mayweather his own money in stipends, what is tantamount to an allowance. But why would Al Haymon have that kind of say over what is Floyd's money? What did he agree to? I made the inference a long time ago that Al Haymon and Floyd Mayweather may be on the outs, and everything he's done in the last few years has been an effort to make his own money without Al's hand in his pocket. So I'm not surprised.
Did you hear what Al Haymon said? We're gonna put his little ass in the ground.
Is that a threat?
What do you think? What else could he have meant by that? You can hear Al Haymon clearly say to Leonard, "Don't worry, you're covered."
You just worry about your family and you worry about yourself. Me and you stay close together, and we're gonna put his little ass in the ground. You'll see. Yeah, because like I said, that just pissed me off. He owned the fucking PBC. Yeah, well, you've been saying that for many years. You've been saying that. You don't own another fucking thing. You own yourself. Yeah. Don't a bunch of millions of dollars. Don't worry about that. He's got the ability to take to put your name and have money for. I got us covered, Lane. You just do your thing. Me and you are covered.
Me and you are covered. Covered against what?
In the event of what? An assassination plot? An assassination attempt on Floyd Mayweather? Because what could you mean by saying you're going to put his little ass in the ground?
Spent a good number of years in Beirut.
He's young.
Spoke to a guy out there. He told me, this is when I was young, you don't put nothing past nobody. There are people dying right now for less money than what Floyd is trying to extract from these guys, extort. Because remember, he's suing Showtime, but he's naming Al Haymon as the mastermind behind the whole thing, the whole plot to steal all of his money. You've got kids out here shooting each other for a few $1,000s at a time. What do you think people are willing to do over millions?
What's it supposed to be? $340 million from Al? Another $175 million from Joe Narechnitz? This is the kind of money you take somebody out over.
So why did 50 Cent post this to his social media? Was he trying to help Floyd? Because if he wanted to do that, he could have just sent him the audio.
Yeah, but just sending him the audio wouldn't implicate Al Haymon. It wouldn't implicate Leonard. Now that it's public and it's out there, should anything happen to Floyd Mayweather in the next 24, 48 hours, the next few months?
Was he trying to help Floyd?
How did he get his hands on this audio? What was the purpose in uploading it? Did he upload it to prevent Al Haymon and Leonard Ellerbe from making a move on Floyd?
What about the Palermos? What's their role in all of this?
I know what you're thinking to yourself. You're thinking to yourself, here goes Ring IQ.
Here we go.
With all of his conspiracy theories, this guy watches too many fucking movies, but do I? Do I?
I'm telling you, there's stick-up kids out there right now ready to turn me and you into Swiss cheese over a few $100s, a few thousand.
You can literally hear Al Haymon say we're gonna put his little ass in the ground. What else could he have meant by that? What do you think is going on here? So 50 Cent uploads this video to his social media as a means to prevent Al Haymon from making a move on Floyd Mayweather.
Because if anything happens to that guy now, it's gonna implicate Al. This guy steps on a Lego, stubs his toe on the side of a table, gets a hangnail.
It's gonna point to Al.
To a lot of people seeing 50 upload this, they're gonna think he's just being petty, how he's usually petty, how he has a way of getting into other people's business on the surface.
They're gonna think he's just being a troll.
But is he? Or is this his way of helping to protect his old friend? Don't you remember when 50 Cent said he told Floyd to let him look at the contracts, let him see what was going on? Don't you remember when 50 said he warned Floyd?
This ain't just 50 being a troll to me. This ain't just him posting something that might be embarrassing to Floyd or embarrassing to Al. You heard what he said!
What do you need, a PowerPoint presentation?
The house of cards is falling apart. And people are finding out more and more that Floyd Mayweather to Al Haymon was little more than his patsy, his dancing bear, his golden goose, sure, but little more than that.
Not his partner, and not his equal.
And that was obvious to me years ago. Looked like Floyd was trying to put distance between himself, Al Haymon, and his PBC. Break away, do his own thing, earn his own money without Al Haymon's hand in his pocket.
And Leonard?
Well, Leonard Ellerbe may have started out as Floyd Mayweather's towel boy. Glorified water boy, happy to just bask in the glow of Floyd Mayweather the fighter and smell his cologne, rub baby oil on his chest.
He's outgrown that position. If I had to guess, I'd say he's got a stake in the PBC as a company. Why else would he be upset that Floyd stated he owns it?
Why would that bother you when at the very most you've been his second in command? Unless behind the scenes, you've been up to a little more than just that.
Carrying dirty towels for Floyd and making coffee at the Mayweather Promotions offices.
What if all this time Leonard Ellerbe wasn't necessarily there to be Floyd's second in command, but to keep tabs on him for Al Haymon?
The imagination left to its own devices can run wild just based on the little bit of information that we have. But what we know for sure is that that is Leonard Ellerbe's voice in that leaked audio, and he doesn't sound happy. You can hear the contempt. How long has he felt that way about Floyd?
For me, it just seems like more confirmation of what I already knew and what I already told you. Floyd Mayweather is little more than a puppet, repeating back to the audience what he was coaxed, what he was coached to say. He's not the financial guru that he's been made out to be, and we've ventured far past any simple boxing conversation about boxing. Let's be honest. This stopped being about boxing a while ago.
For me, it's becoming dangerous.
Before you guys go thinking that that's just me having a party, my own head running wild with my own ideas, just remember, people get killed every day for less money than Floyd is suing these guys for.
Don't put nothing past nobody.